the Concord. So
Oh, and maybe I do, maybe I don't. No one's asked me though. No one even invited me here.
Okay, well, guess what? We're live.
Yay.
We are live. Welcome to the channel. I'm SCP-20. We play a lot of tabletop role-playing games. Usually I'm the GM, but today someone's taking over their reins, and I'm not going to speak anymore because she will talk about it more. Captain Sham, it's now your game.
Hello. Welcome to Doom Dynasty 2. The first of, I hope, a few different one-shots wrapping up this story. So yeah, last time we were together, we took down Denzar's pocket dimension. Evil wizard guy had everybody trapped in a little pocket dimension, had everybody's memories wiped, and they thought they were in First World. It turns out they're not in First World. First World is the land of the Fae. And the events of last time were a year ago. Since then, that event and that cataclysm of the merging of dimensions is known as the Fall for a few different reasons. I'm going to turn on this music because it is distracting the hell out of me.
Oh, sorry. I can't hear.
I turned it down because it was killing me. Okay.
Okay, sorry.
Anyway, so where were we? Okay, so it was known as the Fall for a few reasons. For those who were in the dimension, visually it was like walls fell away around them, but also there were two different dimensions stacked on top of each other. So a lot of people literally fell out of the sky. For people in the Fae dimension and the actual Fae, this was not a very surprising event. No one really cared. No one really batted an eye, but for everybody else, it was extremely traumatic. How this relates to your group. You guys have a lot of allies, but a lot of enemies at the same time in First World. Half the people are very grateful to have been freed from their prison and get their memories back. The other half resent you for it, and there were a good portion of those people who had it made in Denzar's dimension and are now in a volatile realm without status, and you guys are traveling with Alora, who a lot of people blame her specifically for what happened. So you have a lot of friends, you have a lot of enemies, and over the last year, you've been working together to try to help those that you can, take on jobs, kind of get the lay of the land, and at the same time trying to help Agana track down her parents. Who through a wish were resurrected, but we don't know where. We don't know in what form. We just know they're somewhere in First World. So today, you guys travel the countryside in a moving castle. Victor, you had a castle in the other dimension. That magic was more powerful than Denzar's, so the castle exists in First World, but without a physical foothold, it moves to your own whim. So wherever you decide you want to be, that's where it pops up, very Howl's Moving Castle style.
Woo! I'm Howl.
So yeah, let's begin. Here, let me switch where we are.
Ooh!
It's so pretty.
Yes, it's very, very opulent. And let's start with Victor. Where are you right now?
Who's still with us?
So right now it's you and
Agana.
Mika and Agana. Mildred left you guys after the fall. She couldn't deal with the death of her familiar, the betrayal of her patron, and in a lot of ways, the betrayal of you guys. She didn't really like the decisions that were made, felt like it was bad. The state of First World is actually in a little bit of an uproar. We know that Count Renalk is back in First World. We know he has the Briar Sword.
His wife?
There's been a lot of rumors that Nyrissa has been reunited with the sword and resurrected. So for a lot of people, they're kind of bracing for an all-out war of the gods here in First World. But everything's been really quiet for months. So there's just kind of this looming threat on the horizon.
So in the sense that I wanted to use castle as like a stronghold and essentially lights or whatever for the characters that did stay for refuge. I guess especially for Mika, you know, having kind of a lot of resentment towards her, I would assume, you know, my space is open to her to kind of escape.
Yeah, so Laura and Dan are still with you guys too. I forgot about that. So you guys are kind of like your own little like mercenary party.
And in that sense, yeah, it's traveling around and doing a lot of mercenary stuff, learning about this new land, and coming. So I think in the past, like of my Oracle ancestry, I pulled from like the three personifications of like war and peace and pragmatism. But that was kind of in the terms of the old world, the Fey world. And so maybe it's kind of discovering my roots in this old world that we used to be in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds cool. So, do you want to tell us a little bit more about your character and kind of what you're up to right now?
Okay. So Ohana used in the old world, or in the new world, we'll do it that way. Let's stick to it. In the new world, Ohana is a Shuni oracle who pulled from the powers of his ancestors and family. He acted as a diplomat for the Shuni Conclave, which are, you know, cute little dogs. And in this new world, I don't know. What are dogs like in this old world? Are they wild?
No, Shuni are still a thing. It's just yeah, I guess I don't know. Like, did you when you came into this dimension, were you born in that other world and that's all you knew, or did you get some kind of memory back?
I don't know. I thought I was under the sense that what's his name? Wasn't it like multiple generations that was stuck?
So I did kind of miss something. So a realization when a lot of folk from the other place got their memories back was that over the years, a lot of them were spirited away from Galarian. So there's a good portion of the population that weren't even Fae. A lot of the Shunies included Gripply, rat folk, cat folk. Denzar was just kind of a madman playing in a dollhouse, and he used the trade with the gnomes and the sylphs to kind of populate his own little realm. So yeah, there was a multi-generational thing happening there, but as he continuously fed people to the vampires, he had to replenish the population somehow. So spiriting people away was a common practice.
Oh.
That's new information. You didn't have that before.
I think I would go with the intention was that I was born as part of the new world.
Okay. All right. So as we're in the castle, you guys are kind of between jobs right now, having, wrapped up another small thing for somebody. Agana, where are you right now? And do you want to tell us a little bit about your character?
Alrighty, so Agana is a gnome fighter. She had an interesting past in the old world, so to speak. Her parents were murdered, and it changed her for the worse. She ran off into the woods and started bleaching, which is what the gnomes do when they want to die. And when she turned all white, the redcaps found her and thought that she was one of theirs, but they kind of realized she wasn't, and so they kicked her out. And she said, "Fuck it to everybody, I'll just kill for money since that's what I know the best." And then through all of the fun stuff that happened, I got my wish that I could get my parents back, but I gotta find them. So in the meantime, I have been learning stuff and researching things and rekindling my dreams and passions and all of that kind of fun stuff. And because I've been doing that, I am more alive. My skin is turning back to purple. My hair is turning back to purple. And yeah.
Very cool. So what are you doing? What are you doing in the castle right now?
Probably sharpening my weapons and, making sure that everything's all good to go, because that is where my passion is, in my gnomish weapons and all that kind of fun stuff. It's all good. Ready for the next kill. Yeah.
Very cool. Ashley, you want to tell us about your character and where you are right now?
Yes. So Mika was in the old world, like a handmaiden for the princess, and by day and then by night, this kind of like mercenary lady. And she was trying to build her own identity through that, and then had like a huge identity crisis overall on both ends when that collapsed. And so since then, she's been traveling with them, but she's definitely like rougher around the edges. Like she has kind of taken on more of that like smarmy, like she's still doing kind of the dual thing, like underworld, kind of talking to people, wheeling and dealing. She's in like fine clothes, but they're all like kind of tattered around the edges. Like she's kind of got dirt under her fingernails. She's just a little bit off kilter because both of her identities kind of came crashing down with the old world going in. But overall, she's still kind of taking on that fine lady persona by day, kind of rogue mercenary by night. And right now she's probably lounging on a couch, like after having done some sort of odd job, drinking some wine. She likes her wine in the year past. And so that's kind of where she's at. She's kind of like going through an existential crisis.
Very cool. Yeah, Laura's kind of gone through a similar thing, finding out that like her dad's just like this evil madman, and her mom was not even her mom, kind of. So she kind of went through this weird crisis of being this royal person, then suddenly having great power, and then being put in a position to destroy her own father. She's kind of like really shunned any connection she's had to that. Any fine clothes that she had, her jewelry, tiara, all that stuff that she wore, gone. She looks very much more like more rough and tumble. Dan hasn't changed at all. He feels very vindicated because he hated Denzar all along, so this works out for him. His family and all of them kind of really took to the wilds, and he hasn't really seen much of them. He's just been kind of sticking around with you guys, going from place to place and trying to find refugees and kind of get them set up or get them to a safe space or fight monsters and all that fun stuff. So today, as you're thinking about the next place to go, Victor, at the end of the day, this castle kind of moves to your own whim. And in this moment, where would you like it to go? Like, what's the thought that you're having on where you would want it to be?
So in the old world, what happened to all of the I guess were they demons in the waste? We never went there.
Yeah, there was kind of a realm of night, and that was completely populated by like vampires and spiders and ghouls and the goblin court and kind of the darker side of the society.
And so, in the old world, where did they kind of? What was their diaspora then?
What was that?
Where did they end up going?
So they've been everybody's been kind of like spread to the wind. Geography doesn't really exist in First World. Where you guys were from had more of a structure. This is just kind of never-ending wild magical forest. And the terrain is always shifting and changing. So everybody's just kind of out there fending for themselves. And that's kind of something that looms for you too. I mean, the people who were living in that realm, they really had it made. They were living in the dark, which was what they needed to survive. And they kind of lost their foothold, and they're out there somewhere. You just don't know where they are.
I think in a sense that if they are kind of widespread now and kind of disorganized, they're probably creating a lot more chaos that we can kind of as mercenaries jump in to help. And I don't know, we didn't really do much with the shadow folk, I guess, and so it's a good kind of distraction from the Fae court and that drama.
So I guess in this moment, would it be accurate to say that you're trying to think of like help? Where could you be the most help right now?
Like if there are vampires that are like running amok, you know, or any of those night creatures, you know, it's a way for the Fae court that we don't have to like bring up the trauma that just occurred in the past year, but still do some good.
Yeah, so I think while you're thinking that, you kind of feel the castle lurch a little bit. Everything, the chandeliers kind of shake a little bit. You guys are very used to this. You know that you've moved. And as that kind of lurching comes to a halt, you hear a commotion outside.
Mika's like a pro. None of the wine spills from the glass.
I was actually gonna say the same thing. She just like adjusts and it like.
So you hear a commotion outside, like there's a lot of people and kind of like a shocked in awe kind of sound, like the collective gasp of like 100 people.
Mm-hmm.
It happens right outside.
Do we have one of those like what are those submarine things that you can see?
A little
periscope.
Periscope. Yeah, sure.
That goes down and
there's a periscope in the study, so you don't have to go all the way downstairs to see what's going on. So yeah, if you look outside your periscope, you see a long, winding caravan of refugees. So this is probably like the biggest collection of people from the old place you assume that you've seen. That's confirmed by the sight of a giant or a camper on chicken legs running towards your castle.
Hey, Baba Yaga in this land too.
Yeah, so that house is just gonna like run towards the castle park, and Baba Yaga's gonna get out and just start like banging on the door.
I'll answer.
Who is it? We don't normally get visitors. I'll get the good wine glasses.
We tend to visit others, not have visitors. There's plenty of room.
Thank you. I'm so glad to see you. You have no idea. I was just thinking about you. We have a problem. And this seems very fortuitous that you just kind of landed here. Would you guys be interested in maybe helping us out with an extremely dangerous task.
Did someone say dangerous?
Yeah, Mika pokes
Oh.
her head up and goes, "Oh, thrills? Yeah."
Good. Okay.
Mama, what's going on?
And he like comes around. And he's just like so happy to see you guys, even though you guys were kind of like weird and standoffish with him the last time you saw him. But you guys have garnered a reputation of like really being there and helping people out. So he's kind of there for you. Before he comes in, he's like, "Actually, would you mind coming out? I mean, I'm sure all these people would, they need your help, and I'd like to kind of show you what we're trying to do here."
Can I? Never mind. I don't know if I have, but I thought I was. Never mind. Ignore me. Yeah, Slippery Secrets is on me.
Okay.
I guess could I? Never mind. I don't have anything.
Okay. So you guys want to go with him?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So as you step outside, you see this long line of people just kind of walking through. There's a large group of Gripply. There are groups of gnomes, of rat folk, just kind of milling through. And among them, you see something interesting. Among the group of poppets, there's kind of something glowing and a little different. Brian, do you want to tell us about your character?
Would I ever? So among these puppets, is like, God, how do I even describe myself? Okay, so it's this tiny four-legged creature. I know my Hero Forge character looks like a wombat, but it's like an illusion of sorts. Like it's very see-through, almost as if you're looking at a ghost. But it is like, it looks like a horizon with like mountains constantly moving, rivers flowing through the back, and like a little like really abstract face that's also kind of always changing. And they're just there going like, "Oh yeah, I know, hi."
Are you big?
No, I'm very tiny.
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 Tiny mountains and rivers.
Tiny little mountains and rivers, and you may recognize it. You may not. It looks like I have a little world on my back. A little stretch of topography.
Is it our old world?
Oh wow! Are you asking my character that?
No. So
Oh.
not
Okay,
yet.
he
We
takes it
haven't-
back.
we
He says
haven't,
it to a nutcracker.
we haven't formally met.
Like,
I'm not about to ask if the back of this creature is my old home yet.
so that's my character. And they're just standing there like, ah, ah. Oh good, you found them.
So Alora and Dan come out too, and they see Uno, and then Alora's just like, "Oh, what?" So, like, are you a ghost? What's your deal?
Oh, well, I guess I'm kind of a ghost. I mean, that's my archetype, but we'll get a little meta. No, I'm just well, how can I explain this? It's like I'm the amalgamation of the old world that y'all destroyed when you took your world and planted it on here.
So
I'm just like a collective memory.
Oh, okay.
And I don't want to be a memory anymore.
You want to be a real boy?
I want to be a real boy. I'm Uno, by the way. And then I fly up because I can fly.
Oh.
Cute.
Yeah, that's me. Uno, yeah.
Baba Yaga is just I've been very interested in this individual because, things manifest here all the time, but a physical manifestation of
Mm,
a magical event.
I wouldn't
don't
say
know.
my physical manifestation, but you know.
Well, a manifestation on this plane that we can see. It's
Yeah.
pretty significant. You have a personality. You're a person.
Oh, I think I'm many
You're a
people.
Are you Mika like holds her hand out? Like, can we shake hands? Like, nice to meet you. Does it go through?
Goes through.
Well, it's like our secret handshake.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. So these are the people that kind of ruined everything, huh?
Oh,
Wait, where are you from?
I'm from here until you destroyed everything. This is, well, I mean, I guess there's a
You didn't
new...
destroy anything here.
Well, yeah, you kind of like emerged from the sky and kind of displaced a lot of people and kind of upset the balance, the natural order of First World. So yeah, you kind of, there wouldn't be Uno if there wasn't Dos, you know?
wait. We didn't. I mean, like, you know, this wasn't. It wasn't real.
There's a bad guy. Who
We
did
freed
it.
a bunch of people, is what we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they feel the same way?
A lot of people do.
Some do.
I
do.
don't. Well, these
mean,
people and I am gonna
it's
cast.
subjective.
I shall cast a spell.
Oh.
I'm gonna cast Phantom Crowd. And these are all the people that have been like ruined or displaced or died from like the merging of the two worlds. And Sam, you can choose how many people are there, but I would imagine it's a crowd.
Yeah, if you're trying to manifest everybody, is it just generally affected or only those that are upset?
You know, you can choose whatever's more powerful.
If you're trying to just manifest everyone affected, it's thousands of people is the entire population of like a country.
Yeah, so there's a lot of people there, and they're all just
But
like,
at the-
"What's going
At the
on?"
forefront, it's vampires and all the bad guys.
No. Well, I'm
Well,
mostly trying to focus on the people who were here before Dunsar's kingdom came in, because I'm all about before Dunsar's kingdom.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. So if you're
but
just
then-
first world people, First World has a very apathetic attitude towards what happens.
Well, there goes my whole
Yeah.
character concept.
Well, I would think that the first worlders would be very happy because Denzar was stealing a bunch of y'all into his world. Right?
I thought they would be mad, or else I would have made a different character.
Some people are mad.
Then they're mad. I showed the mad people. The three very mad people. So yeah, I just want
I
to.
thought your character was more of like the collective consciousness of those displaced, and you were more concerned about like righting the great wrong. Is that correct, or is it different than that?
I know I have to think. Well, I was thinking like the great wrong was like the two worlds colliding.
Okay.
But we could change it.
Okay. We'll see how that plays in.
Okay.
So Alora's a little like taken aback by this because like in her mind what you guys did was literally tried to free a bunch of people from essentially a slavery situation. You guys, all these people had their memories wiped, they were being controlled, there was this awful caste system, etc. So she's just like, whatever. She's not about it. So Bubba's just like, yeah, so I thought, maybe, with Uno and, their feelings, and then what you guys are trying to do, I don't know, maybe you could help each other, and maybe that'll give Uno maybe a little bit of answers about where they're coming from or why they manifested or etc. But anyway, we all are here trying to get back to Galarian. A lot of us are really unhappy here. When the dimension fell, a lot of us got our memories back, and we know we weren't from First World. We're not Fae. The disorder of this place, it's too hard to survive, and we don't know what's on the other side. We don't know how much time has passed since we've been taken. We could show up and maybe we've only been gone for a day, or we could have been gone for 1,000 years. But I don't know, it just seems like they all kind of collectively just want to go. Well, they want to go home. They don't know if their families are still there, but to them, it feels like it's got to be better than here. So, Baba Yaga's just like, we have a plan, but it's not going very well, and it's extremely dangerous. We could really use your help. So why don't you guys come in? Let's sit down and talk it out.
What's the plan? What's the intention of your plan?
So here, let's go inside. Let's sit down. Let's have a drink. And he's gonna invite you into his house. You'll see some familiar faces hanging out with Baba Yaga. And as he sits you down around the table and pours drinks, he gets kind of this really like tired and grave expression. We're trying to get back to Galarian, and the issue with that is that the terrain is always shifting here, and there are very few access points between the realms, and no one really knows where they are. You either get permission to pass from one of the eldest, or you kind of stumble across these places, and there's only one gateway that we know of that's at a fixed liminal space, and it seems a lot less dangerous than trying to seek out one of the eldest for a favor. But all of the scouts that we've sent, they haven't come back. So first, I guess I'll tell you what could lie in store, and then you can tell us if you're willing to help or not. So the only passageway that we know of is through the House of the Bone Witch. It's a liminal space. And inside, it's guarded by Mab the Bone Witch. She's a giantess who likes to eat bones, and you have to survive in her house a full day, and then come out exactly at midnight. The problem is we've sent a lot of scouts in, no one's come back, and we don't know if that's because the Bone Witch got them, or if maybe they made it through and it's just this is as long as it's taken to come back. We were gonna send a bunch of us into the house to defeat the Bone Witch so that we could take control of the gateway and get all of these people out of First World. The problem is extremely dangerous. All we know are things of legend. We know that she's extremely powerful. You can't really defeat her in a head-to-head situation. She's huge and extremely powerful. Is this something that you would be willing to take on?
I'm down. I would love to go to Galarian and help y'all all go to Galarian too.
Anything to get you guys out of here!
Okay. I mean, same. Anything to get me out of here.
Yeah. That's the stuff.
We're gonna
Yeah.
be friends.
I don't know.
Yeah, Alora feels much the same way. She's just like, she feels responsible for, like, I feel responsible for getting everybody into this mess. The least we could do is try to get you guys through it. So then Baba Yaga's just like, okay, here's what we know. The Bone Witch is a very ancient fae. She can't see. She can't hear. But she has an extremely powerful sense of smell. You have to enter her house while the full moon is in the sky. You have to stay in the house for a full day and then leave precisely at midnight. And when you leave the house, you'll be in Galarian. During that time, the house is in a between place. You can't leave early because we don't know where you would end up. You could end up between realms and be prey to the kind of things that dwell in the mists between worlds. The only other thing we know is that she's dormant during the day. She rests at night. During the day, she's guarded by 2 giant hounds. The hounds cannot smell, but they can see and hear. That's really all the information we've been able to get from people who have successfully traveled through the realms on what was waiting for them inside the house.
How do we get word back to you once we've gotten there? If we get there.
So we're taking a gamble. We don't know how long it's going to take time-wise because time between the dimensions works differently. So our plan is to guard the area. You guys go in, figure out a way to take out the Bone Witch so that we can safely use the portal and just try to transfer through as many people as possible. Part of this is we do need someone to go on the other side and scout the situation. Where are we popping out at? Is it a city? Is it dangerous? Is Galarian even still there? And then come back. And our gamble is that we're, just waiting for you for a few days, maybe a month. We really don't know. Hopefully you don't come back and we're all dead. But honestly, this just seems like the only way. At least it's the only way that I know. I've been trying to open up portals for the last year, and I haven't been successful.
The only way you know is to find a haunted house, huh?
It's the only.
Very Captain-like.
It's the only fixed location that we've been able to find.
How does it work? So, how are you going to be able to sustain once you get back in Galarian?
We don't know. We don't know. I mean, I'm hoping that through maybe some luck and some magic, we'll just be able to figure it out. But it has to be better than this. Constantly fighting fae and trickery and wild magics. That's not a life for us. We don't want it anymore. Kind of want to be masters of our own destiny.
All right. I mean, I'm all in. Bone Witch, liminal spaces, different senses for different creatures. It's gonna be fun.
I don't know. Do you really want to do that? I look at all of y'all and at all this diversity of diverse refugees as compared to the Galarian world where we were all just a bunch of cliques and disparate races.
They're just trying to get to
Yeah.
the material plane. Just trying to get out of the Fey realm.
Maybe there's another plane we can go to. Do we have to go to Galarian? Did you find
It's just-
any other portals?
That's just the material plane. It's where the normal is. I mean, there's a lot of different planes of existence. There's like the shadow plane. There's the boneyard. There's all of these
Ooh.
different realms. But that's where the mortal realm is. That's where the material plane is. That's what we're shooting for.
I didn't even think about that, so normal sounds good to me.
Let's do it.
So, if you guys need anything to prepare, we've been able to gather a lot of goods, and there's a lot of different makers and things in the caravan. Or if there's anybody that you guys want to talk to, I'm sure any of these people would be happy to meet you. Let me know. We can set out first thing. It's too late to get there tonight anyway, so just let me know if you guys want anything. Just give me a list, or if you guys want to just wander the caravan, whatever you want to do.
Did I not remember, but when's the next full moon? Is it like
It's in like a day or two.
okay.
So we're actually really close. We just have to get there and then wait for the moon to rise and then get cooking.
Get cooking.
Okay. Well, thank you. All right, so what do you...
I brought a bottle of wine for you, by the way.
Oh, thank you. My wife will love this.
Wait, you have a wife? We haven't met her.
Yeah, she was the Gripply General. Back,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, she's out there somewhere guarding the caravan. I don't know. You might run into her.
Cute. Love that for y'all. Okay, bye.
All right. So, what now, gang? Do you want to prepare anything?
I do.
We should probably get stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm reading through my talismans, and I didn't make use of that last time. And I assume maybe I am better this year.
Question, does my ring of 9 facets still work? Or is that a...
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
I want stuff. Okay, I want.
Can we get anything that makes us not smelly?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I have things to handle sound and other stuff, but... A stink bomb?
See if there's anything.
Well, I mean, healing potions as well.
And then, like, maybe we could take some stinky stuff with us instead if we can't make ourselves not stinky, and then, like, make a distraction for her. Throw them in some corners, some fish, some rotting corpses. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll see if there's anything as far as like consumable. But if you have an idea for something specific, feel free to pitch it.
I'm wondering, just because I've been reading up on bombs, I can't remember if there is like a stink bomb. There is like a... I don't know if we can use it.
I think there is a stink bomb. I don't know how you get it though.
Yeah, it might be a hard thing to get.
Isn't also the spells where you can make stinky things? I know Victor has made use of it in our Strength of Thousands campaign. Stink
What,
Cloud.
Stinking Cloud? Yeah.
Ooh.
It's your favorite.
This is out of a lot of binds.
It really has. Let's see. I posted some things that I want, but they're less fun.
There is a skunk bomb. There, I think sulfur.
I liked the spell. Let me see if I can maybe add it to my life situation.
I guess I'll be doing some daily crafting. Who heals us?
No.
Anyone good at healing?
I could do a little bit of healing, but nothing compared to my last, to who you had before.
How do you know her?
I need some more healing potions then, little
You heard of her?
grub man.
I've heard of a lot of things. I don't know. Oh.
Grub person. Are you a grub person?
I'm a little bit of everything in the world. I can restore your mind.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Or have projects. I wonder how I do that.
So the skunk bomb, I'm reading through it just to make sure. So it does have an odor. It wouldn't be effective for her because she's already blind, so blindness doesn't affect her. But if you could sicken her, I don't know if that would do much for like hiding yourself, or if that would just draw her to you, or
Yeah,
how that would work.
Yeah.
and with the stinking cloud, I think we would all get sick if we were.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's a
We-
splash.
We don't
So.
pass.
Yeah.
Wait, do-
Constitution.
Do I smell? Because I'm an imaginative little ghost person. Where's all
You
the
smell
rules
the
behind
most.
that?
You smell like ectoplasm.
You're just a floating fart.
Oh no.
What is
Oh.
So let's see. Background empty whispers, wishborn poppet. Let me.
And then I
see
had
what
the
empty-
ghost dedication, which makes me a ghost.
The ghost dedication. Okay.
I'm a
Let me
ghost.
look at both of those real quick and just see if that's gonna do anything for you.
Because maybe I can lead that little moment.
Do you have the pass-through feat?
I do. I hope I do.
Also, I have no money.
You do not.
I don't have the pass through feat.
No.
What do I need for it? Oh, was it between Ghost Flight and Pass Through for my 8th level? Oh no, I was only one level away from Pass Through. God damn it.
So you do gain the incorporeal traits. Let me investigate that a little bit. Is there anything else anybody wants?
Healing stuff.
Okay,
The
yeah,
highest
feel
level of
free.
healing potion we can get is a moderate elixir of life. I also recommend that we get striking runes
Mhm.
and potency runes because that will help a lot if
I
we
have
need a
heard
fight.
about this potion of a stone fist. That's a fun one. Just saying. You know, if you got nothing left but your hands, it's a good one to have.
Do runes work with Magus' spell strike stuff? I don't think they
Mhm.
would.
It has
They-
to be like, I think in a weapon because it's like a melee thing.
Which
Mhm.
I have fused staff. And I can fuse a weapon that still allows me to use spell strike, so now it's getting
I think you
Hold on.
I think you can because it's such an integral part of the game balance that you have these runes that give you like a +1 to hit. And stuff
Yeah.
like
Yeah, but
that.
you need to be able to affix them to something. So like,
Yeah, she has
for
her fan.
fuse.
right,
Yeah.
like as long as you're affixing it to like a weapon, that's
Mhm.
fine. But
Okay.
it
I think
doesn't wouldn't work for like a standard spell strike.
Yeah, I think it wouldn't work if I didn't have fused. Well, yeah, I don't think it would work if I didn't have fused staff because now I can do. I don't know. It's been a while, so I'm like remembering. Okay. Cool.
So let's see. For incorporeal, you can't attempt strength-based checks against physical creatures.
Mm-mm.
You do have. It says you usually do, so I'm assuming you do have immunity to effects or conditions that require a physical body, like disease, poison, precision damage.
I think those things still affect me. I'm just asking if I just don't have a smell.
I don't see anything in here that says that you don't have a smell.
Can I choose my smell then?
You can choose yours what you smell like.
I smell like the inside Bed Bath and Body Works, like a whole bunch of different smells colliding at once, giving you a headache. That's what my smell is. It's my tree.
All right. Okay, so yeah, if you guys want to, feel free to drag and drop any like health, which I think like what it was the moderate elixir of life is
Mhm.
probably the highest we can go with that.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys want to drag and drop those? That's totally cool.
How many can we get?
They're doing you a favor. We don't want to clean them out. I would say like maximum 2.
Okay. And then can I get the armor potency rune and then the wand of summon Fae?
I don't think that they would have wands,
That's show, yeah.
but I could see like since they do have craftsmen, I think that there's somebody who could probably craft you that rune, so that's acceptable. As far as weapons and things like that, they would only have like very base common kind of stuff.
Hey, where's my... Oh, let me get myself a little path armor first. Even though this is... I guess it's all incorporeal. Gonna give myself that resilience rune. I recommend it for everybody else.
How do you find the runes?
It's something that you have to do. You have to go into your like weapons and armor, and then you open it up in the edit button, edit item, and then in the details you'll see like a potency and striking rune, and that's where you'll be able to add those runes.
So can we get any of the potency runes for our armor?
Yeah.
Cool. Fighting fan.
Which is better, greater or major striking?
I think we could only go up to...
Greater?
No, we can't even go up to greater, because that's level
Okay.
12. We can go up to like +1 on both.
Is there a list of runes?
There are. I'm just I mean, you can get like special runes. That might take a while. I'm just suggesting to everyone to get the fundamental runes for your armor and weapons. Just
Okay,
because
I got
that'll make you like more accurate and it'll give you the damage dice that's like expected at this level.
If I just put runes, will it show me?
No, you have to go to the edit button on each of your like on the weapon or armor that you want to change. And then there'll be like a rune in the details. So if you go into your inventory, oh, you weren't wearing your leather armor. No.
Me?
Yeah. So you see how your maze has like an edit item little button to the right under the plus. You'll click that. You'll go into details, and you see the potency and striking runes.
Oh, there it is.
In
Oh.
the drop down, you want to give yourself to the +1 because that's the highest that we can get at this level. And if I'm backseat GMing right now, you can definitely tell me to stop.
You're helping.
Okay. I don't mean to take over at all, but I'm just...
In the meantime, Barb, are you online?
Barb, are you in the room with us?
Yes, I am.
Oh,
Can
yay.
you roll a d20 for me, just flat?
Hell yeah. Ooh, I like the
what
new
were we
fighting fan icon.
For some reason, it's not showing any of the. Oh wait, never mind. He said flat. Where do I do that at?
It's on the bottom of the chat.
It's not letting me do anything at the bottom of the chat.
Oh,
I don't
wait.
see anything at
Oh,
the
do
bottom
you
of the
want me
chat
to-
for me.
You want me to do public, line, private?
Yeah, public.
I can add the dice tray, but we'll have a
Yeah.
refresh. Is that okay?
Yeah,
that's
that's great. Thank you. I didn't realize that wasn't.
Yeah.
I got you.
thing.
I know there's a
Frickin'
lot
cool.
of there's a lot of modules that at least I take for granted as well, as you've seen in all the streams. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot to do that.
We're gonna
No, I got you.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem.
All right. So once everybody has everything that they have, is there anything we want to do before we travel?
I got
A nice cleansing bath so that I don't smell like anything.
I love that. We should probably all do like a
Little spa day.
little spa day.
Let's go.
We go to the spa room of like the traveling fortress.
Yes.
Everyone
It's
is being
lovely.
everyone is having a lovely time during your treatments, and Uno is just in like the corner seething as people are just phasing through him. She's just like, I want them gone.
All right. Barb, did you figure out that roll?
I did. It's 4.
4. Thank you. Okay. So next day, is there anything anybody wants to do before we arrive at the Bone Witch? Anybody you want to talk to? Anybody you want to get advice from? Any rolls you want to do? Any recall knowledge checks?
Mika's going to roll her ring of 9 facets, which I think is like a 10-sided die. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, 1d10.
Okay. That's D8.
Uh,
That's 8. Where is my? That would be
8 is yellow. So you see the ring, the stone in the ring spin, it turns yellow. You gain freedom of movement.
cool. And then sorry, I think there was something else I should supposed to do. I think it's hidden magic that I was gonna do.
I don't have recall knowledge.
you do. You have
It's
to
like
add
a-
it to your list.
Yeah,
Which
or
one do I figure
even if
that
you just want to do a skill-based check too, that's totally fine.
Okay. I'm also gonna do hidden magic and use fuse staff to fuse my fan to my staff, and then hidden magic to hide my magical auras.
Okay.
I want to do a recall knowledge check on the witch, and I'm going to use what I assume to be occultism.
29. Let me see what that gets you.
I could have done better. Damn it.
Ah. What do you want to know?
What's she like? What's her likes? What's her dislikes? What's her color season? Does she love? You know, what is her standing within the like first world? I want to know what you're willing to give me.
Okay, so she's a hag giantess whose sole purpose in life is to guard this gateway and eat bones. And she just has this bloodlust that can't be quenched. She's not really interested in anything else.
I know how that is.
Oh, oh! Why don't we bring a whole bunch of bones with us? Isn't that her thing? Doesn't she like bones? Why don't we just bring some of the biggest bones we can find?
Well,
That's a good
other
idea.
than you, everybody else is full of bones.
Oh, okay,
Well-
yeah. So I could just bring you guys. She can eat your bones.
I'm
Perfect.
sure there's bones around though, like chicken bones somewhere.
I think
don't
she wants
know.
something bigger. You got a lot of bones in those wings of yours.
They're cartilage.
Oh, well, they're card. What if we
Not
go?
much bigger than a chicken. So
What if we go in like a big bone, like Trojan horse this? Make a huge bone,
she's gonna eat it though. I
and then we could burst out from the
don't think we
inside.
would get out of it before
We
she
could put
ate
a
us.
huge bone on wheels.
Hmm. Like the Oscar
I
Mayer
could
wiener
range hand the
truck, but with a bone.
giant bone in.
I'll give her a bone to pick.
Yeah.
But I'm still
Do we have a
100%.
creature that big?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm new here,
Oh.
so I'm just materialized a couple months ago. I don't know what.
Yeah. Alora is just gonna say, I don't know, Bubba made it sound like this isn't gonna be like a straightforward thing. This sounds more like a stealth mission kind of situation. Hey Barb, could you maybe mute yourself?
Sorry, I forgot.
It's just like a war happening in your house right now.
No! She's winning.
She is winning.
Okay, so we're gonna sneak in, and we have to just stay hidden for a whole day. Correct.
That's the premise.
So I feel like if she's just busy with bones, then we could hide for a really long time.
Ooh.
Ooh, that looks good. Is that a chicken sandwich?
Hot chicken. Hot chicken!
I want hot
Yeah.
chicken.
If I cry because it's too hot, I might eat.
I
Well,
think trying.
oh, go ahead.
It's just. Oh, I was just gonna say. I think trying to go too crazy with the bones will be too much work.
Hmm.
All right, you guys ready to set out?
What do we
Yeah.
know about this haunted place?
What do you want to know? You gotta roll for it.
Should I be scared?
Yeah.
You don't gotta roll for that.
I'll just give you that one. Probably, yeah.
Um,
I promise no sound effects. No swearing words.
Oh.
well, yeah, but is it so? It's haunted?
No.
What was the chosen for?
It's where the Bone Witch lives, and her house is the gateway between dimensions.
I'm ready to go.
I'm ready.
You ready?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
As you guys exit the castle to set out, you're met by a gnomish. She's like a soothsayer. She's like wearing like really flowy clothes. She's got like this long, curly gray hair. She looks kind of witchy herself, very haggard. And she came to the door and she's just like, I'm here to warn you.
Always good.
Oh.
Okay.
Can't I've seen it, I've read your cards, and I know what your future holds. You can't fight her head to head. And then she looks at Agana and she's just like, you're looking for something.
This is true. This is true.
Wait, is this the Bone Witch saying this?
No, it's just a little gnome lady that's just like is a little crazy.
But did she look at anybody when she said you can't trust her?
All of us.
Or you can't fight her?
So she's just like saying it collectively to you because she knows she's seen things. And she's just like she's staring at Agana and is just like, find me when you return, child.
Okay.
And then
What
she
a
just
weirdo.
slinks back off. She's like babysitting all the little gnome children, and they're like running around her and like pulling at her clothes. And it was just kind of a weird run-in that you had with this weird little gnome lady.
Have a good time.
They put her in charge of all those kids?
And gnome children are fun that way, you know.
I'm gonna cast. Can I help you to that gnome lady? Like, yeah, I'm gonna ask her if I can help her.
You are
Are you-
helping.
Are you looking? Are you hearing spirits?
I've always heard the spirits, child.
Okay. Can I? What's it called? Can I booster your connection? And I will cast spiritual animesis.
Ooh.
Animesis.
Animesis.
Nemesis. My intention is not really to hurt her.
Okay, she doesn't have a sheet, so I'm just gonna roll here.
But my intention is to summon some spirits. I'm really going into the spiritual side of my work. So maybe they'll tell us if we see it a little bit more.
Yeah, she definitely failed.
Oh no.
You see a bunch of like ghostly figures start to like pull and swim around her, and she's really disoriented and kind of freaked out, and she's just like, what the hell?
Is this what you've been seeing?
No.
Okay, let's leave the lady alone.
She's added to my like crowd of like displeased first worlders.
She's like batting away things. She's slowed so all the kids are like really getting away from her, and she's just like, oh, like.
Well,
Well, what are they telling you?
you tried.
Telling me I gotta get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I tried.
Poor lady.
That's what she gets.
All right. Well, you guys set out, and you reach the house of the Bone Witch at dusk. Let's change. Let's see. So, as you approach, you see this kind of ramshackle house on top of a small hill. From a distance, it looks wrong. It looks out of place, out of proportion, out of time. And as you get closer, you start to understand why. It's gigantic. It looks like it should have been a small house, but it's huge. It's got a fence made of bones that goes all the way around it. The fence is probably about 5.5 feet tall. You can easily walk through the bones though, because it's so big and out of proportion that it's not really keeping anything out. You see on the outside, the windows are framed in bone. They're extremely grimy. The whole place just kind of has this overwhelming foreboding to it. How
Maybe
do you guys
foreboding.
want to enter? Oh, and then before you guys approach the house, Alora's gonna approach you guys and just say, "Listen, as you guys know, since we've been back here, I have not been able to access my beetle form. I've been completely cut off from that. Um, and honestly, I'm really fearing for the people here, so I'm gonna stay here and volunteer to guard the caravan while you guys go into the House of the Bone Witch. And then I'll stand guard, and if I hear anything go down before dawn, I'll see if I can come in and maybe help too. Does that sound like a plan?"
Yeah.
Okay, so other than the windows and the front door, um, there doesn't seem to be an obvious way in. What do you guys want to do?
One moment. Yeah? What?
I have search.
Dad?
Probably.
I'm just wondering what we can use seek.
Hey, Bri, you muted on OBS, but we can still hear you on Twitch. Hopefully he hears us.
So with that, you have to do seek and place either
Yeah, 1 second. My family's calling for me. Be right back.
home or burst. I'm not sure. I wasn't too sure of this the other day too.
Let's see. Indoors, concealed house.
Dad?
Song.
Dad?
Let's see. So what happens if we hit seek? You're using seek to search for objects, including secret doors and hazards. You search up to a 10-foot square adjacent to you. Okay, so I'm gonna say that you can do this just by rolling a perception check, since we're not in an encounter or anything.
Okay.
Okay, 23. That's pretty good. So, as you're walking around the house, you see a patch of grass that's a little thin. It's about like 3 feet by 3 feet square.
Is there... Can I dig into it a little bit to see if there's maybe something underneath this?
Yeah, if you want to just dig, you wipe off kind of some loose dirt and thin grass, and you see boards. They're very brittle. Something's boarded up there right beneath the grass.
I might need somebody a little bit stronger, but maybe I can leverage it myself with my scythe. Try and break into it.
Yeah, you can do an attack roll, or you could do an athletics check to pry it up.
All right, let me do an athletics check. Because I'm pretty good at athletics.
Yeah. Yeah, so you like start to pull at the board. They're really dry rotted from being there in the ground for who knows how long. So as you start to pry it up, you see just kind of a dark tunnel going in and under the house. Is there anybody there with you while you're doing this, or is everybody else kind of investigating their own areas?
If they want to be investigating, I can like. I'm not very good.
I come
Yeah,
over.
Mika was like patting, like looking around too, investigating elsewhere. But yeah, I come over whenever I hear her.
You don't really know what it is. You just know that it's an opening at the base of the house around the back.
Isn't this the Bone Witch's house? How come she's not helping us go in?
Cause she's gonna eat us. We don't want her to find us.
Hmm.
Stay in her house
Hello.
and nosh on her bones.
I'm sorry. I thought that the chicken lady was the Bone Witch. Never mind. Like I thought she was a chicken bone witch.
Yeah.
Wait, what chicken lady?
I don't chicken.
I think you're thinking of Chicken Lady from.
She was
In the chicken hut.
No, Baba
It's
Yaga's
Baba.
a Gripply.
Yeah, he's a
And he's
frog
a
person.
He's a he.
Well, she could be a bone witch still and a gripply.
That's true.
Not.
But it's not. Yeah.
So how is everybody with their vision? I am a low light vision,
I
but
don't
not
know.
a dark vision.
No, that's a
I'm
very
low
good
light as
question.
well.
Where does it say that? In the first page?
Mm-hmm.
I have dark vision.
Okay. Do you need me to help you dig? I think I got that. I think that's my
It's
I
open
also-
up.
Shuni.
Oh, it's
okay.
open.
Okay.
Yeah, it's open.
Well,
So little fart. You want to lead the way?
Who, me?
I mean, you know, I don't
Oh
really
no!
cast light and attract doggies.
You want me to do what? To tear you guys limb from limb as I watch because I'm incorporeal? I don't know if that's a good idea, but okay. I can cast light.
Or you could do that too, my friend.
So right now, the moon is in the sky, but it's not dark out yet. It's kind of dusk. It's probably about an hour before night. So based on what others have told you, those dogs are probably out and about in the house. The Bone Witch is doing whatever it is she does during the day.
Bonin. Bonin. Okay, so I don't need to cast dancing lights, right?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, I'm gonna keep that, but I can amp it up too. So let me know.
When we get in the hole.
Ooh.
So do we need to just kind of chill here? Everybody get their spells ready and whatnot?
yeah. It's...
Sharpen my scythe.
And since the moon is out, you guys can go in at any time.
Okay. I think I'm all ready. I've done it all.
Let's go in. Let's do it.
Okay.
All right, so you guys enter the house of the Bone Witch. Let's see where you end up.
Oh, ooh.
Let's put our characters in there. So you guys come down and you end up. Oh, Ghana, where's your token? I will fix that. Wait.
I'll do
she's not
that
there
for
yet.
you.
Okay, thank
We
you.
just wanted an early Halloween story.
Yeah, if the music sounds familiar, it's because it is. So you guys climb down and you end up in this little old coal chute thing.
Where did you put?
Here, I'll just do it. It's fine. End up in this little coal chute thing. You probably can't see much where you are.
Do we hear much?
You can do a perception check.
Okay. I'm really just hearing for absence, I guess.
Okay. So from where you are, you don't really hear anything. The house sounds very still. If you didn't know better, you'd think no one was there.
Coast is clear, Uno. Turn on the lights.
Turn the lights on. Okay. I'm gonna cast Dancing Lights, but my Dancing Lights is better than everyone else's Dancing Lights because I'm a psychic. So I'm gonna cast Dancing Lights that float around the room. 4 of them. And you can place them wherever you want, Sam. I'm not gonna be precious about that.
So
But I can see because I can see in the dark.
can everybody see the room, or is it pitch black?
We
I can make
see
out, I know there
something.
are objects around.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Okay. All right. I just got to figure out how to. I don't really know how to do your dancing lights thing.
I can make it like a player character, and I'll make it like a torch.
Thank you. It's so stupid that you can't place lights.
It is kind of dumb.
Like, if I can place an effect with like all my other spells, why can't I place lights? Come on, Forge. Anyway, so with the added illumination, you can see. I'm just gonna place 4 here, and then we can just move them around. You can see that this is a pretty open, empty space. There's just kind of like broken furniture, some crates, empty sacks, kind of your typical cellar. The only thing notable about it is that everything's really, really big.
Interesting.
Should we investigate things?
Yeah.
If you want to climb
Should
out of
we
there, you
move
just
on?
have to do an athletics check.
Okay.
I'm gonna fly out of there.
Okay.
Float out of there, okay?
And I'm gonna like parkour, do as much fancy shit as I possibly
Yeah,
can.
you got a
So with
critical, like-
success. Just whoop-a-chow.
Ohana, do you want out of the box?
Yeah.
You have to do an athletics check for us.
Oof. Not good at those.
You make it. It's nothing fancy. You're just kind of like have to like struggle and kind of like whip a leg over the side and then just kind of roll out. But you make it unscathed.
I imagine like your little sheeny butt is like
Oh.
wiggling and trying to get out. I love it. Wiggle, wiggle.
All right, so as you saw when you walked in, there was still a little daylight out. So it's not dark yet. What do you guys want to do?
So it's still daylight, which means the hounds are probably walking around, right?
Wait.
You haven't heard them, so you know they're in there, but you're not really sure where. They're not really walking around making a lot of noise.
Weren't we supposed to wait until midnight to enter, or is that to leave?
No, you
No,
you
to
just had
exit.
to Yeah, you just had to enter while the full moon was in the sky, which it was.
Okay.
And then when you
Sorry.
exit, has to be
Has
at
to
midnight.
be, yeah.
So, are we counting to midnight now, basically? Or
Yeah,
do we
like
have to go like 24 hours into midnight?
no. So
Okay.
you have to survive the entire night,
Mm-hmm.
the next day, and then until midnight.
Oh, so it is a 24-hour thing. Okay.
Yeah. So like right now, if you guys were like, you know what, fuck that, this is scary. It's still daylight, so you could probably dip out before the oogie spookiness of traveling through dimensions begins, because that's gonna happen after midnight.
Should we
Or,
dip?
sorry, that's gonna happen when it's dark. If that makes sense.
Well, I feel like her guard is going to be up at night because that's when most people would go in. Her dogs are going to be out.
She's completely dormant during the day. The dogs are a daylight guardian.
Oh.
What if we? How much time in daylight do we have? Like daytime do we have?
If somebody wants to roll like a survival or like a nature check.
I'm not a druid. I don't know why I tried.
Please to God. Kind of, you're able to estimate that when you drop down the shaft by where like the sun was in the sky off the horizon, that you might have about an hour.
Oh shoot. Okay, because I was gonna say, what if we incapacitate the dogs and then are able to like walk around freely and figure out like our plan for the evening by like getting the lay of the land? So I'm talking like get the dogs to us, because that gnome lady didn't say we can't take the dog's head on. They just said we shouldn't take her head on.
But if her dogs are taken out, wouldn't that clue her in that someone's in here?
She can't see or hear. Now she might be able to smell the blood.
Yeah. And other viscera.
I mean, could we like?
She also gonna be really pissed if we kill her dogs.
Well, it wasn't say maybe just incapacitate them, but we only have an hour. See, my thought was if we had more time, we could like put them to sleep, like sleep, not put them to sleep, and like go and like figure out what's going on in the house. We only have an hour. That's a lot to do in an hour. So.
And they're gonna be asleep in an hour anyway.
Yeah.
It's her that we have to worry about in an hour.
Oh, the dogs are always active.
Oh, I thought they switched
bad.
off. Never mind.
That's my bad. Yeah, they're always active. The only one that goes dormant is the Bone Witch.
It's awful. Maybe we can convince the dogs that there's like a better way in life. None of us can speak dog. We do have a Shuni.
Who is very diplomatic.
I don't know if I can talk to dogs. I had that as an ability, but I didn't take it.
Oh my.
Fair.
Yeah, that's actually a very niche ability. I don't know. I was like, oh my gosh. Okay.
And I only learned Shuni because I wanted to learn Shuni. But...
Well, I'm gonna see. I'm like this bright little imaginary dude. Let's see. Let me see if there's anything I can. I wonder if there's like a type of fae I can summon that's like a dog that can scout for us. Let me look that up.
Oh, that would be good.
Because I have, but
little
they
ghosty
wouldn't
running
smell
around,
because
ghosty
it's like
yeah.
a psychic summon. If that makes sense.
I gotcha.
Ow. Did I take it? I have that ability to like turn an animal to my minion, though.
Ooh, that would be very, very nice. I can summon up to a level 3. I don't know. These are all very, like, very...
Is Shuni dog?
Quickly. What the fuck is it?
Shuni's just like the Shuni language. I don't think like your average walking down the street dog can speak Shuni.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything besides moving things. Like I couldn't do anything.
Yeah, I can only, like, summon gremlins and stuff. There's no... I don't know. Or, like, a pugwampy, maybe a tooth... I can summon the tooth fairy.
Well, wouldn't any summons be okay to scout for us? Because they have no smell and they're not really a danger. They're just a ghost, right?
Yeah, because I have something... I have a feat... What's it called? Thought form. They would just be thought forms. But the thing is, I'm a thought form. Okay, you create a prototypical creature from the depths of your imagination, subcalling one from elsewhere. Whenever you summon a creature, you can choose to create a psychic construct of that creature.
I could also cast like ghost sounds, so we could like lure them to an area while we send the scout out potentially. But I can only do that within 30 feet, so it would bring them pretty close to us.
Why don't we investigate the area we're in right now? Because maybe
That's
there'll
fair.
be like
That's fair.
holes in the ceiling or something, and then you can cast
That
ghost
is fair.
sound and lead them around.
Oh, I can like bloop.
Mm-hmm.
I see what
Yeah,
you're saying.
just bloop.
I guess yeah. Can we do investigate or something?
So are we investigating the cellar, or you guys want to leave the cellar to get the lay of the land?
I want to seek the cellar.
Were you saying like investigate the cellar to see if there's like holes that I could cast ghost sound through, or like
Just in
move around
general.
outside the cellar?
Just like moving
Okay.
around in the cellar and seeing what we can glean from our immediate surroundings.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, if you want to do, let's see it.
Things to investigate.
Trying to see like, seek is just so silly. Okay.
Yeah, that's more of like an in-battle thing.
Right. That's what I was thinking. I'm like this.
Here, I need to make myself not a GM so you can do secret rolls. I don't
Seek
want to do
information
that.
about your surrounding. Okay, so you would just roll a bunch of secret stuff, and then I would just let you know what you do and do not see.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, where's Laura and
Then
Dan?
it's up to me to decide if they stayed back to guard the caravan.
Fucking Dan. Now fucking Laura. Okay.
She's useless anyway. I mean, don't tell her that. She's like, we're tight and stuff now, but without her
Not that
beetle
she's
form,
away.
And it's not like Dan could
Kind of a
shoot
pain.
things to like even begin with, so.
That's true, but we could have sent them out.
Are Lura and Dan like together? Like, is that
That
happening?
No, I think they're kind of in
No,
a like
that's-
a will they won't they
Oh,
kind of
if
thing right now.
only Rena knew.
Yeah, we're actively gonna sabotage that, right?
Girl needs
All right, so if you want to investigate, go ahead and do recall knowledge with whatever skills that you think could apply here. They have to be private. And then I'll let you know what you find.
I don't have any lore.
I'm also okay with if you guys just want to do like perception checks.
I'm gonna just do a perception check. But is it private, you said?
If you want to investigate, you can use that and do it privately. Ultimately, I think the result would be the same.
Okay, I don't know if I...
So just hit the perception check secret.
You'd have to do a control. You will hold down control, and then you will roll it,
Hmm.
and then everyone else will see it.
Where was perception check secret?
On
You have to hold
on
down
the left-hand
control.
bar.
Oh,
got, like, a little
I see.
eye.
Oh.
Can anyone hear me?
So does that mean that Sam can see it or I can't see it?
Oh.
Right?
Yeah, I couldn't see Ashley's roll, but I could see Agana's roll. I don't know what you guys can see.
Oh,
We can't see anything.
We can't see
Private.
anything.
okay.
Private. Okay, so I can see it now. Okay.
It's different than the first one, but I don't care. It's not that different. Probably is.
Can you guys hear me?
So, as you guys kind of look around the cellar, you notice.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Now I can. I don't know
Oh.
if we were saying something before because I didn't hear anything before you said that.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So, as you guys are looking around the cellar, you see a lot of oversized barrels. You see big sacks of stuff. You also see some small, kind of normal size stuff, but most of it's if you're looking specifically for anything as far as like hidey holes, broken boards, kind of things like that, you're not really seeing any of that. It's just kind of like a typical dusty cellar full of crap.
Uno.
Yes.
Random question. Can you
Mhm.
go invisible?
That'd be very useful, huh? I can't.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I probably could too, but I just didn't prepare that, so.
Oh gosh.
I guess maybe we should leave the cellar. I think that's what we should do. Possibly.
Let's do
What do
it.
y'all think?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. We gotta be sneaky.
We can be sneaky. So
Are you
sneaky.
still gonna have your lights on up there?
No.
All right, let's go up the stairs. As you go up the stairs, you find yourself in this kitchen. You go through this doorway here at the bottom. Let me put you guys in here. So as you come in, it has a lot of similar things that you would see in a kitchen. It's got like a giant stove, fireplace. The key thing is that everything is huge. Over to your left over here, you see some barrels. There's a shelf up here with a bunch of like big jars, clay pots, bottles full of all kinds of mystery concoctions. There's a table in the center with a chair and a gold plate that's covered in bones. Most notably, there's a giant cauldron in the center of the room that's much taller than all of you. There's some stairs in front of you that lead up to this kind of balcony, cages. Does anybody want to roll like a perception check for anything odd?
I want to look at those cages.
I want to look at the cauldron.
So, are you gonna or do you want to go up and investigate them closely, or just kind of from a distance?
I'll do it closely. But I also want to be stealth. I also really want to be sneaky.
Right, yeah, let's do some stealth checks then.
Oh god.
Me too.
How do I use these talismans?
You hand it out to us. And then you say,
Wait.
here you go.
Okay, here you go.
And you fix
Give
it.
you this stealthy one.
Oh, give me the stealthy one. It's in my... Did you drag and drop it into my inventory?
No, because I can't access your thingy.
Oh no.
So if I drag and drop it into you, did it go to you? No, I don't think so. I think it did.
Is it the Onyx Panther?
Huh?
Okay. I think I can do it. Okay. I'm gonna use the Onyx Panther. Move your full. This is just makes me very fast at sneaking, which is gonna be nice. This is actually gonna be really useful for later. I'll keep it. I'll save it for later.
Oh, I used a potency crystal. I don't know what that does though.
Oh. Mm. What's in that cage though?
Here we go. How do I find my perception DC on a enemy character sheet?
It would be on like the middle right-hand corner where their vision types are on the first page.
Oh, so it's like the plus number.
Hmm. Yeah, it would be
Okay.
the plus number plus 10.
Okay. Thank you.
Mhm.
All right. So, let's see. Are you going to use the sneak action then?
Yes. But I won't use the Onyx Panther yet because I'm taking my time. Want me to post the sneak action?
Yes, please.
Absolutely. Don't know where this need to go. Okay, I don't know why I sang that. Okay, there you go. Here's the sneak. And
GM rolls your stealth. Hold on. Stealth and then private GM roll. That's what I want.
oh, I don't know why
Okay,
I'm saying
and
all
then
that.
I'll tell you the result after your movement.
Okay, so I'm moving as close to the cages as possible so I can really inspect them.
Okay.
So where are the cages? Like down?
They're
oh,
up on the
here
top
there.
of the balcony.
Yeah, so I'm gonna
Mhm.
float up there
Okay.
slowly at half my speed.
As you fly up, you knock over a candle, and it makes a little bit of a clatter. You hear on the floor above you the sound of giant paws, like a dog just kind of was like, "Huh? What's that?" Like there's somebody at the door, kind of thing. Um,
How high is the ceiling?
um, it's pretty high up.
Like over 30 feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, oh gosh, okay. I can't shout to everyone. I'm gonna do. What can I cast to really? I'm gonna prestidigitate, and I'm gonna make a stress ball with a frowny face on it. I'm gonna toss it over to everyone to show that I did something not good.
Okay. Do an athletics check.
Gotta make me. I can't even. No, I don't have a physical form. So when I make it, it just falls. So that was pointless. I go. Oh, I definitely have another way of. I motion to them like. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm.
Do we notice? I guess.
I'm
I
kind of a
think
big,
the part-
colorful, blob in the air. Like.
It was pretty loud. Like I don't think you guys wouldn't have heard
Okay.
that.
Um,
Nothing's
should we
come
hide?
running, but something's been alerted. And you only heard one.
We do like a hold motion. Or just like no one move.
So there's nothing in these cages.
They're empty. They're not very clean. They're kind of grubby.
Ew.
But they're empty.
And then I go, mm-mm, and then I float back down. I didn't find anything at the cages.
Darn. It's probably where
Yeah.
she keeps her bone people sources.
Yeah.
Like us. Well, not you.
Not me. I don't have bones. Just pictures of
Lucky
them.
you.
Yeah, farty boy.
Ooh.
Let's want
Mika
to
was.
investigate anything. Oh, sorry.
I think Mika wanted to go look at the cauldron.
Okay, are you going sneakily?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Let me give a little stealth check.
I'll do the we're gonna do the sneak action here, so I'll let you know how it goes.
Okay.
Uh, okay. So and then where do you want to end up? Kind of like here.
Hold on, let me close my character sheet. Yeah, right there.
Okay. So as you approach, you see surrounding the cauldron, there are piles of bones. Some kind of giant femurs. Like these have come from beings of all shapes and sizes. As you reach out to touch one, a small pile kind of clatters over. It makes a really loud noise. And you hear from the other side of the kitchen the same kind of dog paws.
Mika looks at them and goes like, I don't...
And we're so fucked. We just the moment we like walk in, we just drop everything in the room.
So I'm still on the pile of bones, right?
Yeah, you're just kind of like hanging out. You knocked some over.
Okay. I'm gonna walk down and back to the group.
Just tiptoeing it. Okay.
So how do we get out of this room?
So from where you're at, I guess you'd have to do a perception check for me. Because I'm not sure what you see from your vantage point. Okay, yeah,
Damn.
you're fine. Right where you are, you see that to your right, there's like a hallway, but it's kind of inaccessible. It's got like boards and shit, trash. You know, if you're gonna try to go through there, there's no way to do it stealthily. In front of you, you do see some stairs that lead up to this balcony that Uno's on, and at the very end, there's a door. And then behind you is the cellar.
Quick question. If we go back out the way we came in, is that the way to get to Galarian if we were just to chill in this kitchen for 24 hours?
Yeah, so as long as you can exit the house, so you could go back up through the coal chute, you can explore the house further, you can bust out a window and jump out. So as long as you exit the house after that
Okay,
time.
Cool.
You're good.
Didn't know if it was like we have to make our way to the front door
No.
to leave, to get out. Okay, cool.
No, nothing so specific.
So, do we want to just stay here behind a barrel for 24 hours, everybody?
Will she smell us? I mean...
Is this room smelly though?
This does seem like where she comes to eat.
I feel like would y'all want to use this time to, I don't know, discover things, learn more about her? And this
What else are we
portal?
gonna learn?
Yeah.
About the portal? And why her house is a portal?
That's a very good
How are we
question,
gonna learn
actually.
that?
Huh? What'd you say, Uno?
That's a very good question, actually. That's a very good question.
like,
Why is her house
maybe-
like one of the few portals?
Yeah, and maybe we can figure out how to make more portals instead of having everybody go through this creepy house.
Ooh, what you? Well, I don't want you guys to come back actually, so never mind. I had an idea for you, but I want you guys to leave.
As you're doing your investigating and trying to like be a little sneaky, you hear this like little meowing sound.
Meow.
And Uno, I guess you'd be the closest one in proximity. So you see a small black cat. It's like normal sized. It's not huge like everything else is. And it's like kind of scratching at the door and like looking at you, and it has this like intelligence that's just like it's like asking you to follow it. It's like scratching at the door like, you want to come in
Okay.
here?
I fly down and open the door. What's the worst that can happen?
As the door swings open, you guys notice something that makes your blood go cold.
Well,
Which door?
The one up here.
The door at
where-
the top of the
Where
balcony.
Uno is.
oh my God! Look at that little kitty.
Look how cute.
Oh no! Where did it go?
Is this why my blood is curdling? It just turned into
Nighttime.
Nighttime.
nighttime?
So, much quicker than you initially anticipated.
Ooh.
The sun, you can tell that the sun through the grimy windows suddenly gets snuffed out very quickly, and it's night now. So let me get you guys back down here. And almost as soon as the realization that night has come upon you, much faster than anticipated, you hear a voice from upstairs call down to you. I can smell you. And then you hear the dogs start to bound down. They're excited to hear their owner. And you hear them coming downstairs from a distant point in the house. Anders, that's a cat's name. You'll find out. Sorry. The cat. As the door opens, the cat dives through the door. Do you guys follow?
Yes.
Yes.
Fuck yeah, I guess so.
As you all go through the door, the door shuts behind you, and not soon after, you hear the body of a giant dog slam into the door. So it like just missed you guys. You see a long hallway, and at the other end, a door opens, and there's a girl standing in the doorway, waving at you to follow. Barb, would you like to describe your character for us?
Yay!
Finally. And then we'll take a quick bathroom break, and then we'll get back to the action.
All right. Gotta get back to the action.
Oh,
You're
you're
muted.
muted.
You're muted.
Oh, okay. So her name is Petra. She's a fetchling rogue. She is like pure white. Her hair is whiter than her skin, but her skin is still very, 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 very pale. She has bright blue eyes and has been here for who knows how long. And I serve the Bone Witch. Scary fucking bitch. And but I'm terrified of her, and so I just stick around and I do what she says. And yeah, that's me.
All right, so let's take. Do you guys want to take like a quick 10 bathroom, or do you guys want to keep going?
Let's take a quick 10.
Good.
Yeah.
Quick 10, and then we'll come back for the scary stuff.
Woo!
Oh.